Welcome to the Fall 2014 B-Draft West Lottery. I'm Sam. This is Dave Bradshaw.
How's it going, Sam? Thanks for having me.
So for this video today, we're going to be doing the lottery. But before we talk about that, we're going to go over some key important dates for the Fall 2014 season. The payment deadline will be noon on August 15th. That is a Friday. Combine run is the following day on the 16th. And that will be from 12 to 1 here at the CAC. Preseason will be August 28th, and week 1 of the regular season will be September 4th. So let's get right into the lottery, and then we'll go over some awards as well. 10 captains, ranked in order from best chance at the number 1 to the last. Sean Flynn has the best chance at the number 1, followed by Harry, Kevin Smith, Mike Vella, Matty Bells, myself, Cullen, Jesse, Nate Mendez, and Noah. And now we're going to have Dave Bradshaw read the lottery. Tibbs has emailed him the order of the lottery. Only Tibbs knows. Bradshaw has it on his phone because I can't look at it. I'm one of the captains involved. So Dave, take it away.
Thank you, Sam. Apparently Tibbs disappeared this morning, but he did email me from whatever place he is. Thoughts and prayers go out to Tibbs whatever he's going through. But I have the draft order here. I've not looked at it until this moment, so let's get right into it. Number 10, Nate Mendez.
Okay. That means Noah Spalding has moved up.
That's right. Number 9, Noah Spalding.
Okay.
Number 8, Jesse Corwin.
Okay.
Number 7, Harry.
Ooh. He usually has the number 1 pick.
Tough break for Harry, huh?
Okay.
Number 6, Matty Bells.
I'm in the top 5.
Number 5, Flynn.
Ooh. Getting really nervous here.
Are you? The best part is there are about the number of returns in between each name increases dramatically. So I have to scroll way down to get to 4, Sam Boyer.
Okay. I'm very happy with the 4.
Number 3, Cullen Roberts.
Oh.
Number 2, captain of the all-hair team, Mike Vella.
Ooh.
So that leaves number 1, K. Smith.
Ah.
And there you have it.
Okay.
So, Sam, question. We were talking this week, and I asked, what pick would you get in an ideal world? And you said either the 3 or the 4. You got the 4.
I got the 4.
What do you like about the 4? Who are you going to target? Give me your thoughts on that pick.
For me, 4 guys that I'd be happy to pick, happy to play with, would be Cousins, Marcel, Weatherby, and Swecker.
Of course.
So now, assuming the draft board stays the same, I'm going to get one of those 4 guys. I'm happy to play with them.
Yeah. Any of those guys certainly capable of taking a team to the title, that title game, you would think.
For sure. All those guys, I believe, all but Cousins in the top 6 for the playoffs.
Right. Though I do like that team as a dark horse to come out of that play-in tournament.
They play Little Giants, and then the winner of my game or Hangar Vanger.
All right. Well, that's probably another conversation for another show. But
Indeed.
yeah.
Cousins is good. There's no arguing with that.
Oh, he can play ball. Yeah, he's great.
Okay.
So I guess from there we can get right into the MVP discussion. We had a few names to kick around, but you've been favoring one guy since, I think, week 4 or something like that. And has anything happened to change your decision, or what do you think?
I think it's a lock that Tim Lenz was the spring 2014 B-Draft MVP.
Yeah, you got to hand it to Tim. I can't really argue with the pick. Love his game, good guy, good player, pretty much does it all for that team.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and the most impressive thing was that they went 8-1 with Mike McCauley having torn ACL midway through the season.
Yeah, and you hate to see McCauley go down with an injury like that.
Oh, anyone with a torn ACL.
Yeah, it's brutal. I ran into him and the other McCauleys at Tia's recently, a couple weeks ago, and he says he has not had surgery yet, no scheduled date of the surgery, but he was getting in and out of his cuts nicely at the bar. I think his recovery should be.
He can still make some rounds?
I think he can still play. Probably 2 seasons from now, he should be good to go.
Okay. Okay.
As a guy who knows nothing about anything medical, that's my take.
I had like a sprained ankle once. It's about as injured as I've gotten. Moving on to Offensive Player of the Year. A little bit of a debate over this one. Chris Cousins or Mike Strange? Cousins, 25 points, smidge under 4 assists, 10 rebounds. But the debate is his team had 2 wins.
Yeah, which makes it tough.
Considering the other candidate is Mike Strange, he had 21 points, missed a few games, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, but his team in the playoffs. I think the deciding factor is I'm going to give it to Cousins. Strange had a better supporting cast, and
True.
I think he had to play a little bit more inside, so I think that elevated his rebounding numbers a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
I think Vela and Seth are not rebounders. I think Weinstein's not a rebounder.
No.
I just think his stats were a little inflated with that team for rebounds.
Okay, fair, I guess.
And then Cousins just score, did everything he could, and just not the best team around him, that's all. Still doesn't take away that he's a great offensive player.
Yeah, agreed. And I also think with Cousins, if he wanted to command the ball on every possession, he could. And he could score 35 points a game if he wanted to. But he's more of a team guy. He likes to get his other guys involved, which you like to see.
I agree with that. Defensive Player of the Year, no-brainer.
Yeah.
Marcel.
Yeah.
Just no one else who really sticks out as much as he does on the court defensively.
Yeah, a lot of blocks, a lot of steals, a lot of defensive boards. The guy does it all on both ends, really. But
GM of the Year, another no-brainer, Cullen.
yeah, 10-0, nailed every pick. I mean,
Hit a home run.
Nordy, Remy, who I love. Who else is on that team? McCauley.
Yep.
Todd Palmer has been a great role player for that squad. Let's not let him get out of here with not getting credit.
Well, the big thing with Cullen is that everyone said that his picks sucked. That was a big thing amongst captains. Was that
Really?
Yeah, that everyone thought that his picks weren't that good.
Yeah. Well, Remy's an unknown. You didn't know what you're going to get out of him, right?
Mhm.
Chaz, I think. Also, let's give him some credit. I think his
He's been
season
great.
has been better than anyone expected, right?
Oh, for sure.
So you love that. Shout out to Chaz.
Although Billy Jackson brought up a great point on the boards, 4 absences going into Thursday night. That'll help. That's not saying they're not a great team, but it'll help.
Do you mean 4 key absences of other guys on their opponent?
No.
Oh, I
On
see.
their team, they've only had 4 absences.
Well, what are you gonna do?
You can only play who
That's right. That's
who
right.
shows up.
That's right.
Rookie of the Year, you're looking at him. Dave Bradshaw came into the league with a lot of hype. He went 17th, 18th,
16 maybe.
16th.
Yeah.
He went to Jesse. He was compared to a better Chris McCauley coming into the league. Always risky to take a rookie. Jesse took it, hit a home run. And now Dave, as a rookie, second best player on a team that just locked their playoff spot last night.
Thanks, Sam. I'm honored and flattered. A lot of good rookies this year. Rod, Remy, Darabaris. So for me to get the nod over those guys is a big deal, and I don't take that lightly.
Now, statistically speaking, I probably would have taken Rod for looking at Rookie of the Year, and even for Steal of the Year. But I think it's just an ethics thing of why I can't pick him for an award. The way he was snuck into the league as a 5'8", 160-pound person, which he's clearly not.
Yeah.
Tom Darbaris was my Steal of the draft.
Yeah.
And with Matty Bells picking at 27, he considered Tom Darbaris.
And who did he take instead?
He took Izzy.
Who went down early with an injury.
Right.
Yeah.
28th, I had John Waters. But I was being told, take Tom Darbaris, he'll be the steal of the draft, he's really good. There was insight being given.
Mm-hmm.
We just, as captains, made the choice of taking someone that we know as opposed to a rookie. Same thing with you, just he was projected to go a little later.
Yeah.
But that wasn't anything that anyone snuck in. We were given fair warning. He just went late, went 31st. That makes him a steal. Whereas Rod, no one I would have taken him at 66 if he was still there.
Oh, yeah, his write-up is hysterical.
Right.
You know, I play ball when I get the chance. I'm 5'8", a buck 45.
And
It turns out he's the exact opposite of that. He's really good. He's huge,
Right.
and he can dunk.
he dunked on me 3 times last night. So I just can't reward that as steal of the draft. That's the scandal of the draft. Let's go to wrap up the show. Our first, second, and third team all be draft. Bradshaw and I debated about this for about 10-15 minutes this morning. First team was actually the easiest. That was Chris Cousins, Mike Strange, Marcel, and the MVP, Tim Lenz.
Yeah.
Hard to debate any of those. Top 3 picks in the draft, and then the MVP.
All of them franchise players.
For sure. Second team, this is where we had a little bit of debate.
Yeah.
We had Mark LeBlanc, who didn't have the best record, but he still had a season worthy of second team.
The thing with LeBlanc is whenever he shows up, his team's got a puncher's chance. He just didn't show up as often as you'd like.
Right, that's what makes the play-in tournament great, is that for 2 games, even if they're not a playoff team, they're going to live and die by a reigning MVP.
Yeah.
Nordy, hard to not reward a best player on a 10-0 team. Matt Weatherby, and your teammate, Kevin Swecker.
Yeah. Weatherby was impressive last night. We tried to D him up as hard as we could. He still shot the ball really well. The kid can play. Swecker, I love Swecker. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and I swear it's not because he's my teammate. He can D up anybody admirably, and he can play any position on offense. So, you love that in a player.
The thing about Weatherby is how quiet he scores. I was doing the stats last night. Did it feel like he had 24 points?
Yeah.
It did?
Sorta, yeah. Just because the other guys weren't really chipping in very much. And, you look up at the scoreboard, a lot of the points that were up there had to be his.
True. Okay. Not the best example then. Roberts, Kofi, Brian McCauley, and Stat round out the third team.
Yeah.
Brian McCauley, another great player on that 10-0 team. Kofi, good stats, not a bad year for him personally. His team, just not very well constructed. They didn't win a game, but still, he's of top 12 talent.
Certainly.
Matt Roberts, same with him. Not the best season record-wise, but hard to ignore at 20-10.
Yeah, that's great. And anytime you can get 20-10 out of your first-round pick, you take it.
And then Stat team, they're in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they don't come out of that play-in tournament, in fact.
Stat was actually our last person on the all-B draft team. It was either between him and Matt Kaplan.
Yeah, you love Cap. The knock on Stat is he's got 2 really talented guys with him on the roster. So their record isn't, even though they didn't win a ton of games, you could argue that he didn't have to carry the whole load for that team. And Kaplan, who you just love, he does it all for your team. He's a pain in the neck on defense, especially for a guy his size. And he can score, talks trash with the best of them, does not care what you think. He's going to show up and play hard every night. You love Cap, but had to give it the Stat. So, to recap the way the lottery turned out, we had Nate Mendez at 10, Noah at 9, Jesse at 8, Harry, Matty Bells 7 and 6, 5 Flynn, 4 Sam Boyer here, 3 Cullen, 2 Vela, 1 Kevin Smith. That's it, Sam.
Okay. Well, it's been a fun show. Pleasure as always to be here for B-Draft coverage. Dave, thanks for coming by.
My pleasure.
All right, we'll have this video up soon. Enjoy your weekend.
So,
it's my point with him is
show must go on.
he is the only one that knows, as well as Tibbs.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
He has not looked at the email yet. We can throw that out. All right. Where else am I going to go with that? Are they all there?
Yeah, but you have to scroll a little bit. Oh my God. Get this thing out of my face.